Kias are incredibly slow. At least that's what people normally think when you hear the word Kia. Today, we're here to change that. Behind me is a Kia K5 equipped with the 1.6 liter Smartstream motor, also found in the Kia Forte GT. We're gonna be getting the factory dyno numbers on it today with 93 octane in the tank. Once we have the factory numbers, Payam's gonna go ahead and throw the JB4 onto the car. We'll crank it up from there, sticking with 93 octane all the way through. Once we have all of our 93 octane numbers on the JB4 running through the maps, we'll go ahead and throw on our Burger Motorsports competition cold air intake and see what kind of horsepower gains we can extract. Here goes a completely factory run on a Kia K5 LX5 trim. Baseline 93 octane, 150 wheel horsepower, and 198 wheel torque. Payam just got the JB4 installed. He kicked it on to JB4 map 1 to start. Let's see what it makes with 93 octane in the tank. Wow, look at that. 172 wheel horsepower and 204 wheel torque. Just on JB4 map 1 alone, 22 wheel horsepower gains and 7 wheel torque. Let's go ahead and kick it over to JB4 map 2 now and see what it does. $177 wheel horsepower and 209 wheel torque. So we gained another 5 wheel horsepower and 5 wheel torque. Over to JB4 map 3. 181 wheel horsepower and 212 wheel torque. So again, 4 wheel horsepower and 3 wheel torque. Now that we've got our JB4 map 3 numbers, let's go ahead and switch it over to JB4 map 4. 186 wheel horsepower and 222 wheel torque. We gained 10 wheel torque on JB4 map 4 compared to JB4 map 3. On 93 octane with nothing else done to the car, started at a baseline of 150 wheel horsepower and 197 wheel torque. Since then, we've gained 35 wheel horsepower and 25 wheel torque. Pretty solid gains for no change whatsoever other than the JB4. Now that we've got all these great horsepower gains, Payam's gonna go ahead and throw on our Burger Motorsports competition cold air intake for the Kia K5. Payam just got the intake put in. As you can see, it still uses the factory snorkel to ensure the engine and the intake is getting all the fresh air while it's driving, where we have the lowest IATs possible. We also utilize the Burger Motorsports heat shield to keep any hot engine air away from the intake filter. We have our Burger Motorsports intake filter itself, and then you guys can also purchase our stage 2 piping for the intake to get the complete full kit for the Kia K5. That part of the intake system will be released in about a month or so stay tuned for that and head to burgertuning.com. Make sure to follow our Instagram. I'll leave that down in the description box below so you guys can check that out and get any updates on future products incoming. We also have our dual OCC kit. Both are vacuum. They utilize the factory OEM PCV ports to ensure no oil is getting into your intake tract and into your motor. Let's go and run JB4 map 4 again. Absolutely no tuning changes. Let's see what kind of horsepower gains we can get with the intake installed on the Kia K5. JB4 map 4 with no tuning changes with the intake installed. 190 wheel horsepower and 232 wheel torque. I gained an additional 5.5 wheel horsepower and 10 wheel torque with that intake installed. Today, our gains, I'll put the graph here right now. We had 40 wheel horsepower gains and 35 wheel torque gains on the Kia K5 LX5 model, the 1.6 liter Smartstream motor. If you guys own a Kia K5, this is the best mod that you could do for your car. So if you'd like to, make sure to head down to the description box down below. I'll link our website there. Click on it, type in Kia K5 in the search bar, and go check us out. I'll also leave the intake down in the description. Speaking of the intake, let's go ahead and let's go and fire the car back up, and let's hear this intake with the fans off, as you couldn't really hear it during those dyno pulls. We hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. We'll see you guys next time.